Hello everyone and welcome back to another video movie review by EonTalk. I'm your host Ian, and today's review will be on the new melodrama out of Korean cinema, Waiting for Rain. Directed by Jo Jin-mo, who also directed Suspicious Customers, Waiting for Rain starred the leads Kang Ha-Neul and Chun Woo-Hee. The film also had Kang So-ra as a special appearance. Because I saw Kang So-ra listed as a special appearance, I thought she'd be making just a short cameo appearance, but she was more of a minor character that actually had a lot of screen time. When first watching the trailer for Waiting for Rain, I was definitely intrigued, but was also a little confused. It's not until with the character and the behind the scenes trailers that we got to learn a little more of the story and what to expect. I'll get into more details regarding the story and such later. Anyways, let's take a look at the detailed synopsis of Waiting for Rain before getting deeper into the review. Young-ho was living a life without dream or purpose, just trying to get into university. One day, nostalgia hits him and he recalls an old friend from elementary school. Remembering the good old days, Young-ho decides to write a handwritten letter to his old friend. So-hee was living a life working at her family's bookstore with her mother. One day, she receives a letter for her sister, So-yeon, from Young-ho. She decides to write back as long as Young-ho promises to keep a few promises. To not ask questions, to not ask to meet, and to not come and find her. And with that, their fates cross paths and start writing each other, and as they get closer and closer, they decide to meet on December 31st if it happens to rain that day. But will Young-ho's hopefulness for rain be enough? Before getting into the review, I'd just like to give a quick shout out to Expressvpn. If you're looking to access more Korean movies but don't know where to find them, I highly suggest using Expressvpn and accessing the Korean Netflix. By using Expressvpn, you can bypass geo restrictions, meaning you can be from anywhere around the world and access the Korean Netflix. If you'd like to access more Korean content, be sure to sign up for Expressvpn using my link in the descriptions or expressvpn.com/EonTalk and get 49% off an annual plan plus 3 extra months for free. Better yet, if you sign up and don't like the service, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee, meaning you can cancel anytime within the first 30 days. Okay, getting back to the review, I'd just like to say that I'll be giving my thoughts and opinions of the movie from here on out. Therefore, there may be minor spoilers or parts about the movie that you may not want to hear before watching yourself. I'm going to keep spoilers to a minimum, if any, but please be aware of this. Okay then, now that we got that out of the way, let's get right into the good parts about Waiting for Rain. To start off, Waiting for Rain had lots of relatable moments, especially of nostalgia and childhood experiences. For example, there was a quote in the film that goes along the lines of something like this: "I thought it rained when God cried when I was young." I found this to be totally relatable, as I think all kids think of this one time or another when they're young. Also, another highly relatable part was his expression of that feeling of when you receive a letter, text, message, or call from your crush or someone you like. Those butterflies in your stomach feeling could be felt through the screen and with the expressions in Kang Ha-Neul's face, making the viewers who felt something similar before relate to it. And speaking of Kang Ha-Neul, I feel like he fits very well with that awkward, dorky role, such as in the films Midnight Runners and 20, and the K-drama When the Camellia Blooms. He's got a special charm to him that only he brings to the table, and I very much enjoyed his performance and his role in this. A lot of times, the trailers of the movie gives away too much. I mentioned this as a negative frequently in my reviews, and it's partially true with Waiting for Rain, but there were more layers to make up for it. Humor, emotions, the acting performance, and realistic elements were all there, making the film have a lot more layers than I had expected. When watching the trailers, I was a little confused about this scene. I was wondering what was magical about it, and you're able to learn of the mystery behind it if you watch. If you don't want to be spoiled, skip ahead a few seconds because I'm going to be revealing it now. The letter that Kang Ha-Neul is holding up in the sky here was actually written backwards, and so if you bring it up to the sky and light shines on it, you're able to read it. It's not that big of a surprise or a reveal, but I thought it was a cute, special way to communicate. Furthermore, there were other key parts to the movie that weren't included in the trailer, which I very much appreciated. And finally, there were numerous humorous scenes that kept the audience entertained and engaged. The beginning was more light and humorous, but it got more serious as it progressed. I personally enjoyed the beginning half a lot more, as I felt that the acting performances and character roles were a lot more suitable in that more lighter tone. Now that we took a look at what I found to be good about Waiting for Rain, let's take a look at what I found to be the bad parts. As mentioned, the movie starts off a lot more lighter and progresses to be more serious. And once it did start to get more serious, I'll be honest, it did start to lose my attention in the latter half or third or so. I had really great feelings for the film when it started, and even up until the half and a little beyond that, I thought it was a really strong movie. However, it started to gradually lose my attention and ultimately never really got me engaged again, or at least not to the same magnitude. There is a twist reveal in the end once the credits come up, so it's worth to watch that if you decide to see the film. I believe the reason why it started to lose my attention as it progressed was not only because it got more serious, but also that there wasn't any shocking or surprising parts that got me re-engaged. I believe melodramas and romance films such as this should not only have those butterfly moments and added humor, but also factors that makes it stand out from other romance films. Of course, this isn't necessarily a rom-com, so it wasn't all out funny, but it still had a good balance of humor, I think. However, what it lacked was a specialness to it that makes it different from other movies. It just progresses as you'd expect, and no real surprise comes up. Well, not until the twist during the credits, as mentioned. Take for example, Architecture 101. This is a film that I highly recommend when it comes to this genre, and as with Waiting for Rain, the movie has lots of different elements to it. The thing is, what makes Architecture 101 stand out and different is that it not only had humor and relatability, but also scenes that surprises the audience and catches them off guard. With Waiting for Rain, I thought it was slightly disappointing that it didn't have this. Waiting for Rain had a wide range of elements, from humor, emotional, nostalgia, acting performance, and being realistic and relatable. The film definitely had a lot going for itself. The movie started off very strong, but I have to admit that it started to lose my attention. With that being said though, it is still one of the better movies to release so far this year. I'm not sure if that says much, as there really weren't great movies to release so far in 2021, but if you're able to see this and it's available, I'd recommend giving this a go. I'll give Waiting for Rain a ticket price value of $11. And that concludes today's review on Waiting for Rain. Thank you to everyone that watched till the end, and I hope this review has given you some insight into the film. If you've seen or are planning to watch the movie, I'd love to hear your thoughts about the film, so please leave a comment or join the EonTalk Telegram group and we can discuss over there. If you'd like to access more Korean content through streaming like Netflix, be sure to sign up for Expressvpn using my link in the descriptions to get 49% off an annual plan. Please also don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video and would like more video movie reviews. Once again, thank you to everyone that watched till the end, and I'll see you guys in the next one.